Hello, good afternoon. It's Jean Psychic here. On the 14th of April, it's a Friday, in Wales, UK, 2023. So it's Friday, the 14th of April, 2023, and I'm here to do another psychic video. And excuse me a minute while I adjust this. Oh, my phone keeps falling off all the time. I need it. That's it. It's a bit better, I think. So, I've just got a cup of tea. I'm going to start and I'm going to do a video. I haven't got nothing planned for this. I'm just going to see what comes up. So first, we're going to clear the air with a singing bowl. They make a lovely noise, these. Right, are you ready? Whoa, the energy is heavy. I'm just about to get... Luckily, I've got another tool. That's more like it. The energies are very heavy. I think that's helped a bit. So I've done that. So, and I've got this other new tool I've bought. This a while ago. I think it might be the first time I've used it on camera. So I haven't done a video for a while. Sorry, I just have to do it when it comes to it now. I'd like to connect with spirit, please, at the highest level. Pure, and make have protection around me and all of us. Cool, aren't they? Right. So, what we'll start with, we'll see what I come up with. So, and I don't care what I look like no more. Well, oh my word. Oh well. All them ancient artefacts. This is a piece of stone from Stonehenge, apparently. That site, I mean, no, I don't know. But anyway, it's got properties. Now, what I'm getting is that all the ancient artefacts all around the world, Stonehenge, the pyramids, Giza, whatever's in Guatemala, that complex, everywhere, wherever there's an ancient artifact, ancient wells, holy wells, bodies of water and the earth's natural resources, they're all raising the frequency and the ringing out. There's changes ahead. The earth's going through, the world is going through something, the earth is vibrating, it's going through something, everyone on the earth is going through, every living thing, and everything on the earth is living, really. Well, it is, and not really. And it's all vibrating a high frequency, and it's coming into its own. So, I don't know. The energy just feels like you could cut it with a knife. It's very heavy. More like warrior energy and nothing peaceful. It's a real fighting energy all over. Everybody. Everyone's had enough. Hold on. Oh. So, that's what I get from that. I normally start with the stones. And you know, I really don't want this to be a long video. Isn't that a beautiful stone? What do we get from that? I don't know what one it is, I just pick up from it. It's beautiful. We get a lot for free, you know. We get our life. We get life, we get breath at the moment for free. The air that we breathe, I mean, they sell it, wouldn't they, if they could, but anyway, we get the earth for free. We are going to come back to balance, but it's going to take a while, a good few months, at least a half of this year, and at least a half of this decade. It's going to feel. And when I start itching my face and nose, there's spirits coming in, and I'm surrounded by them. I'm surrounded. I'm going to see what message that higher have to convey from them. But I only want to speak to the highest and the best. Angels. Is it like a new... well, I know everyone's saying we're awakening, but this is massive, big. It's a big shift. Or colossal. We're going through like... what you call it, a metamorphosis. Just blowing my mind. I mean, I can't put it into words. It's just like we're rising above from, I don't know, we're going into a new earth energy, a new age. And you know, it's going to leave everybody behind if they don't catch up. It's brilliant. There's a lot of ancient masters reborn at this time. They're all here to see this transformation is a word I'm looking for. It's going to affect everything and everybody. And it's a sweep out a rebirth. It's like out with the old and in with the new. It's just, I'm not letting go of that stone. It feels safe. Oh, and I've got this. I mean, if you could come out of your body and rise a little bit up and you could see the astral, it sort of looks like that a bit. Not the veil is very thin. And we're coming definitely into a new age. Like everyone's getting a blank slate and we can start again. But it's almost like Jesus is coming back or returning. And this is what I'm guessing. You know, I'm not a religious person. I'm just spiritual. And I do stuff. I am a bit out there and I do see stuff. I always have. But I think I'm out the box. Think out the box. But we're going to be... I don't believe we have sinned. I think those who've sinned are those of the powers that be. Some people, I like the word inorganic ones. It's the end of them. They're the ones who are going to be judged. We're innocent humans. But there is going to be... And if you're not going to live within these universal laws, which are basic, I mean, it basically boils down to treating people as you'd like to be treated yourself, really. And I do still see shades of grey, and I do see, you know, the world's never going to be perfect. It's not that type of world. but we are lifting out of it a lot. We're lifting out of what they call the matrix. Definitely. I mean, I'm getting the hand. I'm talking truth. I'm telling my truth of how I see it, and I'm like a radio receiver gathering this from the spirit. That's prayers. And we all should say prayers. We need to say prayers for ourselves, our loved ones, our family, anyone, animals, plants, trees, the world, the earth. This is our world. And shouldn't we all seek to improve it? For everybody, for our own sakes and everybody else's. Will we? But there's a spiritual awakening. And that's what a lot of people are lacking of faith and anything to believe in. But we'll be okay. It'll all be okay. We're just feeling the rawness of it at the moment. So, noise. I'm going to pick some cards now and have a quick look at them. I don't wish this to be a long video. Yeah, so I'm Jean Psychic. I live in Wales. I've lived here 20 odd years, and I've been coming here longer than that. And I do feel at home here. Peaceful, quiet. In the past, I'm in North Wales. That's where I live in. I live in the middle of nowhere, really. But anyway, now I'm always drawn to these light cards of light. And this is the little pouch I keep them in. There's a lot of tarot readers out there, isn't there, and psychics and some are saying, "No, I'm a Reiki master." Well, I'm none of that. I was just born this way. And if you think I'm weird, I'm glad to be weird. It's a compliment. I certainly don't follow no cliques or anyone. And I just do my own thing and what I say. I can hear someone with me. They're agreeing, saying, "Yeah, she's weird, all right." Yeah, I'm out there. I am out there. I was born that way. So I think I'm an old soul seeing through everything. I have but I'm not going to tell you my personal views. I'm just doing reading, what I can pick up. I'm here as a tool today for the best of spirits. So what do we see? What's going on? Let's see what we pick up. If anything, I might not pick anything up, and that'll be the end of the video. I might pick something up. Let's see. What's going on? What have you got to tell me? I've got different people around me. That's quite heavy. I've got quite a little council here. Okay. A collective. They all mean well. Got a sense of humour. The Sun card. The Sun card. It's just really describing what I've just been saying of what we're going through. We're rising, our spirits, our vibrations, our frequency, our resonating is rising. We're on the up. My gosh, we're in for a heat wave. So I'm trying to do predictions for 2023 and beyond and whatever else I pick up. I see a lot of rejoicing. going to have the rise of the young. Have you noticed all the leaders are very old? And I'm not ageist, but they are, aren't they? I mean, we need new life into everything. I'm certainly not a political person. I don't know nothing about much. I certainly know nothing about politics, but I see a rise of younger people. I wonder if I'm trying to be more specific if I can. So what have we got? What's the main message here? Please. Just stay strong and stand in your own power. We stand in our own power. We're all unique, but we all fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. So we have to be strong at this time. Okay, so I'm putting these back. I'm using the same deck. Maybe it's a track. I bought this deck a while ago in Liverpool. Bowl Street. It's a strange place. It's supposed to be full of phenomenon. Paranormal phenomenon. Time slips, which I'd love to go in, but I never do. But I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. But anyway, let's see. Have you got any messages for where I am, the UK? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth if I get it. I'm certainly not going to sugarcoat it too much. Well, it's written, the UK. Got the Four Swords. It's like calm before the storm, and it's almost like King Arthur's arising, and we're going to be Britain is needs to get off its feet and move, go forward. 4 months from now, when's that? Things are going to be very different in August in Britain. There'll be the start of change in Britain. Ooh, I see scandal after scandal and scandal after scandal. That's the judgment card. Wow. Corruption. People are going to be held to account, or they're going to try to hold people to account. And people are trying to get away, escape, leave the country. But justice will be done, I hope. Oh yeah. And then I've got, who would want to be the leader of Britain at the moment? Because we've hardly got any money left in the coffers. They're going to tax us to the hills. And it's going to be a financial struggle in Britain for the next 4 to 6 years. Oh dear. There's certain people going to pass over, high ups. They're going to pass over. It's going to be sad. Started with the death of the Queen, really, and then I do see an important head of state passing over in 3 months. July, August, that's what I said. Things were going to change. Britain is this year is going to be hard for Britain financially. What doesn't surprise me is the 7 of Swords. That card is betrayal. corruption, stabbed in the back, you name it, is the worst, one of the worst. So we have been betrayed by them who lead us, very much. More than's coming out, and it will come out. And it's scandalous, it's shocking. Oh, I'm getting held back. Oh, they don't want me to speak. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh dear. Excuse me for that. It has to be said though. There's going to be riots and more strikes to come, riots on. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And this is for the UK. It's going to be... People have just had enough. They just have. They can't... A lot of people just can't possibly live on the salary with the cost of living. It's just too high. Especially energy. And this is being brought on by corruption, bad political diplomacy, everything. Oh, there's the justice card. They will be brought to account, stripped of power. Oh, full. If anyone's going to be the king, it's going to be like a new monarchy. I see, to be honest, I see King William quicker than he thinks. Crowned King William. I see it. I've been saying this for a long time. But, yeah, the combination ain't going to go easy. People are waking up, freeing themselves. As I say, they've had enough. Things have to change, don't they? I could look more. We don't want to be here all day, do we? So let me have a look somewhere else. Can I look? How about Europe? Maybe I can go around the continents. I can't possibly go around all the countries. Be here forever. So let's have a look at anything else about Europe, excluding the UK. That's something I've missed. Anything else? Tell me about Europe. Tell me what about Europe? What about Europe? Anything specific about Europe? Financial ruin, corruption, again. Oh, it's worldwide, this. It's really bad, though. Badder than ever. It's like, Europe's sort of deal with the devil is what I get. Europe's a deal with the devil. And I don't know what that means, but it's going to be tough. Europe's going through an awful time at the moment. It's going to take the rest of this decade for Europe to heal, but they will heal. And it will bounce back, but it's going to take about a good 6 years. I'll just tell you this, what investments I had and people close to me had, we've took out. Because we can see the system's about to fall. The electric cars are going to be a thing of the past. Just not going to work, is it? People ain't going to be giving up the transport, the independent means of transport. That ain't going to happen. I mean, personally, for me, that would be impossible. The transport service is awful. I'd never get anywhere. I'd have to be stuck where we are. Is that what they want us to be stuck where we are? I mean, there's not even any shops where I live. So, you know, that's not going to be good. And without a car, I'd be very limited to where I could go. And the days I could go, there's no bus service on a Sunday or bank holidays, so you're stuffed. People, I'd have to learn to ride a horse. Uh, uh, People are going to go wild in Europe. They're going to do. It's the law and order's going to go down the tubes at the moment. I did say it'd take quite a good 6 years to heal. Yes. Wow. I see Macron leave and they just can't handle it. See the German leader falling. It's like someone's come with a big brush and swept the land in Europe to get rid of the corrupt, bad people. They're all as bad as each other. I can't think of anyone who isn't. All out to line their own pockets, look after themselves. People are not going to want to be leaders. It's like climbing a high mountain as an impossible summit. That's what I'm getting for Europe. Let's have a look at the continent of America, what's going on there, what will happen there. You see, probably the difference there is, if they were having a crash, they could just charge everyone an extra 50 cents. There's that many people in America, and it would fix it, wouldn't it? Where Britain hasn't got enough people. Especially not enough in work either. So what's going on the American continent? That is North and South America. Or maybe we'll look at the North American continent first, because that's what's going on the North American continent. You want to tell me about that? What's the future for that? What have you got to tell me? Anything? So who am I speaking to? Like, I don't know. The internet in the sky, I don't know. It's coming through the spirit. People who passed over. People higher up. Oh my God. Well, that's not a very good card for the state of North America, is it? The death card. The transformation of America. A leader there could pass this year. Lovely. You know, this card's just underneath, but it does remind me of Donald Trump. Oh, that's a joke or what? They're going to rewrite the Constitution, I think. They're going to rewrite the Constitution. One more card. Oh dear. With the Death and the Ten of Swords. That's an awful card for the North of America. It's like the American Empire has fallen. Is there anything positive? It's like the fall of the Roman Empire. Is there anything positive for the North America? They're quite negative cards, apart from the Six of Wands, which that's where I saw the rewriting of the Constitution. You know, all the emphasising of it and making it more, redoing it again, not changing, just Well, again, the people are going to rise. They've had enough of all this. They don't stand for it. And I see a lot, unfortunately, across the world, we'll see a lot of rioting, strikes. People have just had enough, world over. There are happier times ahead. And where I said Britain and some parts of Europe are going to take 6 years to heal and get back on the feet, America's will be more like a year. They're going to find themselves very isolated for a while. But, as I said before, they will pick up. There's a lot of people there, you see, so I do see it picking up. Now we look at the continents. I've looked at North, I'll look at, I know nothing much about South America, apart from I know Brazil and South America and Chile and places like that, but I don't know nothing about it much. I just wanted to go to that place in Guatemala and you can climb all these steps or something and get to the top. I'd love to go there. I don't know why. Well, I see conflict in the south of America. Conflict. It'll last long. Their systems is a mismatch. The systems will take a long time to change. But I do see conflict in that part of the world. Corruption. But they're protected. The South America's more protected than North America. That's what I'm feeling. People generally want more freedom. They're sick of it, you know. Financial freedom, I feel. Anyway, let's see what else I'm getting. This is just a quick deep dive, or quick dip, really. So where haven't we looked at? Asia, the continent of Asia. What can you tell me about the continent of Asia? It's massive, isn't it, Asia? It's India, China, Singapore, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, all them places. Asia. What's going on with Asia? I'm just going to say one thing. Full of spiritual leaders in Asia. Downfall. I see conflict in Asia. Asian conflict. But they will resolve it quite peacefully. There's the start of conflict in Asia, but I see it being, might go on for a few weeks, but I see it being swamped down quickly, killed off. And, yeah. It's very spiritual in Asia is what I feel. And so, I don't see no financial worries really there. Where else is the Oceania? Oceania, that's like Australia, New Zealand and the islands round about. What's going on with them? What's their future? This is mainly for this year and the next end of this decade. Really. Future Oceania. Well, I think Australia wants to become a republic. In the end, really. They're coming out of their darkness. They've got the Ten of Swords, but they're coming out of it. better times ahead. Yeah. Their people are feeling like they've won a major victory in Oceania. They want to become more of a people's republic, more fairness, and people will fight for the rights there. And they're going to be more freedom there, especially around, this is a weird thing, but around housing markets. There's going to be a lot of people there called to account, and I get the name Dan Andrews and someone called Scott, and that is in Australia. People held to account there. Well, but they're on the up. I mean, they've got that card, the Ace of Wands. I mean, they're coming into their own. They're coming into like a new age in Oceania. They've been waiting for this a long time. They'll come into their own. More independence. I'll see a lot of deals with the Middle East, with Oceania, Australia especially. Where else can we look at it? You know, I'm going to do it little quick looks, not going right into it. I'd have to give each place a fair. I might come back and do that, you know, just do one at a time, because it'd be an hour's of video for one place. So I'm going to look into Africa, no, the Middle East, and the Middle East I'm going next. What the Middle East? That's the likes of Arabia, Syria, Egypt, United States, Arabs, United Emirates, UAE, United Arab Emirates, UAE. What's going on there? What's the message for the Middle East, the Holy Land, Israel, Iran, Iraq? Well, let's see what comes out. Oh. I need a new desk chair. It's supposed to be too far back. It's a bit more up like this. Now, what do I get? Middle East. Conflict, especially with Saudi Arabia. And who are they fighting? Oil. They're re-establishing themselves on the world stage, and I feel Saudi Arabia wants to be the Middle Eastern leader, and I see Iraq rebuilding itself, to be honest, as Iraq. If there is a conflict in the Middle East, it won't last long. Say someone, they don't want that, they're going to walk away and settle the differences. And that'll be hard in the Middle East, I should imagine, but they will. Expect the unexpected in the Middle East, but they're not going to follow the rest of the world. And I see a lot of Arabic rights. How about rights for women in the Middle East? Rights for women. I'm seeing a lot of Arabic writing, and obviously I can't read Arabic, unfortunately. But I'm getting that shoving in front of me. I have like dead scripts of papers, all in Arabic. And I can't decipher it, but yeah. A rise of femininity. The women in a peaceful way. Yeah. going to fight for the freedom and they're going to get it. And it's not going to take that long. That's going to be hard in the Middle East. But they are. I'm going to have a lot of male support, actually. It's a good thing, isn't it? Now, I'm going to leave it there for now with the Middle East. Now, we're going to Africa. What's going on in Africa? What's Africa? What are you going to tell me about Africa? Anything significant about Africa? I'd like to say Africa feels like they've been raped by the Western powers. There's a lot of change there and they're very worried about it. Africa's worried about how the world's going. The African continent. The angels are weeping for Africa and what's being done to it over time. And that is the most, I'd say, it feels like that area is very special indeed. The most natural continents on the planet, and it's got to be preserved at all costs. But they should be rich, but they're not. But it's good news in Africa. Things are going to change. Got the Ace of Wands. That's fantastic. See, like these African nations all coming together. Africa as a world stage player. Like, I don't mean like an EU. But they are going to work together. But they're going to keep the sovereignty, but they're all going to join, like some sort of thing. And it's not even like a BRICS or, I don't know, it's like an African nations thing, you know, it's going to be good. Yeah. Along with Oceania, they get the Ace of Wands. That's very good. So that's a nice card, isn't it? Beautiful. And there's a rise of the feminine energy there. They're going to come into their own. I mean, Africa, I see the emergence of a very strong leader in Africa. And there is going to be one country on the African continent that's going to want to dominate. I don't know which one it is. And I see the emergence of a strong leader. A male. Yeah. All these African nations are going to join together in like a United Nations of Africa. They're separate. But they will reach out to the world, but I mean, they're going to consolidate themselves to make them stronger as one voice. You know, it's hot in Africa, isn't it? I saw the Olympic Games in Africa. And there's going to be something like an Olympics in Africa. They felt left out in the cold by the West. That's going to change. Africa seems very promising. Anyway, good news there. Is there anywhere I've missed out? I mean, I've missed out the Antarctica and the Arctic, haven't I? I'll have a quick look. I mean, what's going on with Arctic and Antarctica? And they're two continents, aren't they? So I'm going for Arctic and Antarctica. I'm sure I've missed one out. Jeez. world's a big place. So, Antarctica and Antarctica, anything. Polar opposites, but they come together. That's what I'm getting at it. I see strength there. They're going to have discoveries there. There's a lot to be discovered, especially in Antarctica. A lot to be discovered under that ice and snow. A lot to be discovered. Anything else? If there could be such a world peace, it would come together around the Arctic and Antarctica. There's a lot of scientific research going on there. And hidden stuff. So is there anything else? I'm sick of looking at my cards now, so I'm going to try a crystal ball. Maybe. Sort of attracted to this one in front of me. The amethyst ball. I'm going to see what I can see in it. The light's on for the world. People have to wake up though. And if we all want to improve our lives, we all have to come together with this. All voices are important. The United Nations will prevail. I see world news. World news. Also, oh gosh, there's a lot going on this year. A lot of big things. It's worse than a soap opera. I see warships, battleships. Explosions in the sea. I don't know what to see. What is this? War. I see war. But it won't be able to go on. They'll have to stop. It's not the answer. And they'll find that out to the cost. I don't like around the world wars. So we're sort of like in World War III, if you like. We will have to stop. I see a massive summit in Egypt of all world leaders coming to Egypt. I do see the return of Jesus actually. That's what I see. Something like that. It's mind blowing. Right, so I think I'm going to leave it there. That was quite an insight, because I know I haven't done it for a while, not on camera. But that was quite... We'll all be alright. Maybe I'll pull a few more cards on the world conflicts. I saw a lot of conflicts. Explosions, sea, warships. It's just primitive, isn't it? Very primitive, really. You know, with what's out there, weapon-wise, I mean. You could just vaporise everybody. So the warships just be sunk, but I don't see that getting... I didn't see a lot, I only saw the odd one. But I see an explosion and I don't know where it was. It could have been in our country right round there, and where they have something called the sea. You know, I have to be careful because we want YouTube. I'll be putting this on YouTube. So, in our country, I see something might be happening around somewhere beginning with a C. And I also saw like a big country in the south of America. Conflict. So what's going on with these wars? I didn't see them ending. They're not going to last long. They can't. Because everyone would die. Everyone would be wiped out. Yeah. A lot of warmongering. But it's like... It's like we can knock out you and you can knock out us. It's a checkmate. Checkmate. The end of the game. And people aren't just going to stand for it anyway. Just not. There's going to have to be a peaceful settlement of all disputes. What do they say? Too many chiefs and not enough Indians, something like that. People are trying to build empires. That's over. The era of empire building is over. People are all going to have to come together eventually. And sooner rather than later, really. They're not going to have much choice. I see these people. And as I said, I saw this big summit, and what I'm saying is something like in Egypt, and it's like, to do with a war. I mean, you know, the ending of it, I'm not talking about any countries beginning with U or R. It's like a world thing. I'm meeting of that, of we can't solve our problems in the world through this way. I mean, it's a bit like, think about it, you know, your family and you're all at war with each other. You can't kill each other off, can you? Because you love them as well. It would be stupid, like cutting off family lines, wouldn't it? I mean, so you'd have to eventually come together to sort out any conflict in one way or another. Or at least live in peace and leave each other alone and go your own way. At the end of the day, it would solve nothing, would it? It would just wait for everyone to be wiped out. Like, as I say, if everyone done an eye for an eye, we'd all be blind. But I saw something in Egypt, definitely. You know, people just want to live their lives, have children and carry on and live the best life they can. They want, you know, not everyone wants to be a millionaire. I would. I wouldn't say no. But the world's run on money, isn't it? But, and hopefully I'd hope it wouldn't go to my head. And I'd help people with it, especially at my age. But I'm sure it would make life easier because the world's run on money. But most people just want to be happy and live a life and have enough without suffering in poverty. No one should be in poverty in this world, really. But there's something from Africa coming there. It's like they want to be more of a world player. And the way I see it in the future is these people, these players, whoever they are, all these high-ups, wanting to start wars and everything. Going to be very isolated. People are going to turn away from that. No one wants that. It's devastating. What's the point? They could be fighting forever, wouldn't you? Haven't we had enough of it? Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing most of the world trying to live in harmony, and some people, especially a country beginning with C, being awkward. That might be the hardest country to... I'm not going to call it the world order. I don't want to call it that because I don't mean that. I mean like a new way of talk. And everyone's going to have to... every country needs to have its voice. And they definitely should cancel all debt to Africa. And that's just ridiculous, isn't it? But a country called C, and I thought that they want a lot of world dominance. That's going to be the hardest to repel. And I don't see... I see them not being cooperative in any way. So let me ask one last question. What will life be like exactly if I'm sitting here a year and now April 24? Well, we're getting there slowly. We're still not there, but might be the start of better things to come. It mightn't be ideal for everyone, but people are all going to have to sit down eventually and talk. And I'll come together, like... Yeah. Yeah, these people who are going to try and solve things through conflict, it's just not going to work. And people are just going to turn their backs on them and say, yeah, well, you go and play by yourself, you know what I mean? You don't belong in the world. You're going to, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to be extremely isolated, where they are. I might just ask an R and U question. What's going on? R and U. There's a couple of questions I want to ask before we go. R and U. What's going on with R and U? And I hope you know what I mean when I say R and U. Country R, country U. What's the outcome of that? I think we've had enough of... Over. I'm getting over. It's over. Peace. Peace. That's good. What about the UK next general election? We'll be stuck with an unelected leader. And I can't even even bother going to vote. But we're just going to get people who we don't vote for. What's the point? They're telling us who our leader is. Not supposed to be answerable to the people. You know, not doing what they like with our finances, what they tax us to the hilt for. And then the monarch is going to need to be trimmed. How can we afford this in this country? We just can't, we're just too little. There's not enough people to support all that. Anyway, what's going on in the general election? Of the next British general election. I've said this before, I think we'll just see a coalition of all three. It's going to be that bad, it's going to be a hung parliament. And that's in the next year. I don't even know when they call the next election, but I would have said 2024. And I'm sad, you know, I just don't see anyone standing out there. It's just a mess. Okay, what about this coronation coming up in May? I see, you can hear the disdain in my voice, I mean, you know. See, again, it's just like the Emperor. Britain are no longer an empire. This isn't... The king doesn't have no power, but that's what the... if it's Charles who wants too much power, he's not going to get away with it. They want too much power. People aren't... No, it's not going to go very well. The other countries went out by then. What else can I ask? Anything else? There's a lot of things I'd like to ask, but I didn't say it on here. There needs to be better, in Britain especially, although it's everywhere really, workers' rights, better protection for workers. Otherwise, they're all going on strike. That's what we get, riots. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that. It's longer than I wanted to be. And to be honest about you, I've just been feeling so tired and depleted. So what I'm going off for now is a good lamb chop dinner. And I'm not vegetarian. I've tried to be vegetarian, it didn't work very well. Tried for about a year. But I'm not going to say I like bacon. And I like lamb. I mean, that's what I like. That's what I'm having. I do think we'll be okay. There wasn't a lot of positivity and nothing that really, but it's sure there was some bits if you can pick it out. It's just that it was very heavy, a very heavy energy. I need to lift it. So I'm gonna lift it. I'm gonna let this, like the sponge like stone soak up all that negativeness and all that heaviness. Oh, it's I pray and hope for everyone. Wouldn't it be lovely to live in a better world? I mean, where we all coexisted without these dreadful conflicts that involve ordinary citizens, and we're on the earth for a short time, aren't we? Shouldn't we be enjoying our life? Sorry, I just got to mess with this. I'm like one big kid. Someone said that's me living with me was like living with a big kid. A psycho kid, they said. Not nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, look, everyone's on the world, we're all on a ride. Isn't that, you know, I didn't realise when I picked that up, of course, it's got the globe on, hasn't it? I like globes. I'm going to do that again. So it would be lovely to live in a world where there wasn't so much stuff suffering and everybody in the world had a fair chance, you know, regardless. I mean, yeah, that was like I'm on the world and I want to get off from it. Anyway, someone watching me over there. If only they could hear me think I was cracked, wouldn't they? I don't know. Well, anyway, till next time. Toodaloo.